Hello and welcome to the Tavern Chat Podcast. I'm your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR, your main proprietor at the Tenkar's Tavern blog. This is the first episode of 2019. And I'm sure I'm going to be screwing up and saying 2018 and getting things all wackadoodle. All right, all fucked up when I do things on the blog and type it out and when I'm on the podcast. But for now, this exact moment, I can remember the first of the year 2019. So, I mentioned yesterday's episode where we are going. I'm going to give you a little bit of an insight into where we are literally going this week. I'm going to try to get episodes up earlier in the day. I've been punting to the evening for no other reason than life's been busy, and I have things that tend to happen around noonish to get something out early, and the house is noisier during the day, but if I can get stuff out earlier, trust me, I will. It takes a huge amount of stress off me knowing that I don't have to get an episode out in the evenings. The early episodes are good. So I'm going to try to get back to that. Now, if I could look at what's on my computer screen and open things up. There we go, Ashley. Thank you for only moderately getting in my way. On Thursday, Joe the Lawyer plans to come out to my neighborhood of Elmhurst in Queens, New York, and he's going to meet myself and my lovely wife, Rachel, at our local pub. It's to hang. We're going to do a podcast episode from the location. It will be a blast. The three of us always have a great time. But it's also going to be unofficially scouting out the location for a potential pub con. I think that we have the facilities to do it, as long as we keep the numbers around 40 or 50. I mean, our wedding reception was held there, and I think we had about 65. We probably could have squeezed 70 in if we had to. But to have tables that aren't stepping on top of each other at a place like this, I think 40, 35 to 40 would be ideal. That's probably, what? Figuring 8 people at a table, we're looking at running 5 games. Would be probably, we could probably get it for 2 sessions. We could probably run 2 4-hour sessions. The deal would be, though, that, the food and booze would be part of your con fee. And that would probably run for 4 hours. And then after that, it would be in your hands to take care of your own drinking. Joe and I have discussed it. If we do this, it's going to be 21 and older, because we're not going to get either the establishment or ourselves or any of our attendees in trouble for any kind of underage drinking. So, want to make it good, solid for everybody. But again, we don't know what the time frame is on this, but Joe's going to look at the location, and then we'll start squirreling things out in our heads and see what it looks like and what we could do. It would be one day. Can't do much more than that. It gets expensive to rent out a party room at an actual bar. It ain't cheap. This is going to be cheaper than a lot of them because, it's a neighborhood pub, and it's not in Manhattan, but still, it's not something that we could do overnight. Now, I've spoken in the past with others in the New York City metro area. We have discussed doing a New York City OSR type of con, but locking down a venue for a couple hundred people and something that people could stay, even initially, even just for one night. Even if we did Saturday, Sunday, or Friday, Saturday, Friday night to Saturday, you got to find those locations. You got somebody who's a money man who can put the money up initially. It's an investment. A lot of these cons don't break even. This PubCon would be priced to break even. If we don't raise the monies, we just wouldn't have it. Okay? It's as simple as that. There'd be no walk-ins or walk-ups. If we do this, we'll know exactly how many people we've got going and how it's going to work. So that's what's going on Thursday. Thursday night, I have an interview I got to conduct with Ian, I believe, of Silver Boulet. Saturday, another interview. Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday of next week, more interviews. So if you enjoy the interviews, the designers and makers, I'm hard pressed to call it an actual interview. And it's not because I'm not sitting down with people, not because I'm not talking, and not because I'm not asking questions, but I don't believe I don't like running my games on Rails, and I certainly don't like doing conventions on not conventions. Oh my god, interviews on Rails. So I like to joke that's a bit of a hex crawl when we do this, and it certainly is. And I'm sure with Ian, what a hex crawl it would be. And I'm going to tell you right now, Thursday with Joe and Rich. I can't tell you what we're going to be talking about. I can tell you it's going to be an episode you're not going to want to miss. But hey, you get to download all this stuff, right? So you can't miss it anyway. It's, I would love to find a way where I could record an episode once a week live. But I don't really think these episodes are short. So yeah, I could do, and again, I do the designers and maker series. We do that live, even if it's not always announced. But we do that live on the Discord server for the 10 Cars Tavern. And you can hop into the room. You can listen to it live. You can even ask questions or make comments in the chat. Text chat. I don't guarantee that we will see it, only because I'm yapping away. The person I'm speaking with is yapping away, and that requires somebody active actually looking at the comments. So we don't always have that. And even if we did have that, then they'd have to break in, right? They'd have to have a third voice come in and go, "Oh, guys, by the way, so and so mentioned yada yada yada." So we appreciate feedback, especially during the interviews, but we might not see what you wrote for minutes. Fair warning. But yes, this is a new year. It's 2019, like I said yesterday. We have a lot of plans in store for all things tavern, including getting the blog side revised a bit so we can have other contributors. It's a community, right? 10 Cars Tavern isn't just me, Eric. It's all of you. And if we can facilitate giving others a home to blog that is within the community, so it is shared to the community, I think that's awesome. And as I've said in the past, I'm going to repeat this. If you are a designer, a maker, a publisher, and you want to get in touch with your community, your customers, one of the strongest and easiest ways is the 10 Cars Tavern Discord server. We'll hook you up with a channel of your very own. You become the admin of it. You control it. And heck, if you want to do regular hosted chats with your people, your fans, we'll set that up too. Okay? Really. Because what's going on with the kitty? Oh, I closed the door on her and she can't get out. I don't blame her for wanting to get out because, damn, she took a wicked poo. I want to get away from it too, Ashley. Oh goodness! Up and the dog chased her back over the gate. All right. Like, you have to live with it. Yeah, well, I'm living with it right now, folks. I'd love to talk to you longer, but I think for my own health, I got to bow out and scoop out this litter pan. Greg, if you're listening to this, I'm just flashing back to when we first started gaming online many years ago. and the litter pan was right next to your desk, and I used to think that was fucking funny. Well, you know what? The litter pan is right next to my desk, and yeah, the joke's getting old. All right, folks. There you go. Some real life insight into the 10-car household. Thank you for listening. Thank you for stopping by. Yes, Ashley. I forgive you. She's up at my desk right now trying to do head bumps. I forgive you for blowing out your pan right next to me as I'm doing a podcast. Be healthy. I'll be healthier once I clean this shit up, literally. God bless. Be safe. Roll your dice well. I will talk with you all tomorrow, assuming I survive the stench. Later, folks.